surprised to see him path towards the top side of the map, but range is something I think Mad have a lot of with Jinx, Chase, and Gnar. They have a lot of poke at their disposal.
But for Niski to step up in this series and really start performing would definitely be a mark in the win column for him. Ooh, Flash goes down though, Kazi flashes away from the hook. Hans Sama flashing forward, has that Graviton locked in, and Kazi has been left to his own devices, and Mickey and Hans Sama dive in on him. First blood, G2.
Huge here for the bottom lane, left alone, and they take it.
We'll hover around the top side of the map.
Hilly, hook, rooted, flash forward, shield today, but cleanse away from Hans Sama. Hilly stepping forward further. Can't get too much more damage down, takes half his health in the trade.
Bottom line's going to be really important too, because if you get Mickey to roam over towards the Yasuo post level 6, that's where your knockups actually come from. There's no knockups for G2 in mid or jungle for any of those early ganks up there, and Niski...
Try and trade back here, keeps the Tibbers under the tower to make sure it loses some health. Caps walks out of range to bring it back. Eliora now looking for the dive down towards this bottom side. No cleanse, no flash on Hans Sama. The hook comes out from Mickey, but the cannon tanking the tower for now. Hans Sama and Mickey able to retreat to the safety of their turret.
Yeah, already chunked out Leona here pretty heavily, so don't want to go too risky.
A big missed opportunity
for
Mad.
Hilly, Riptide coming down, the root's going to land with flame jumpers, but Hans Sama doing so much work. Mickey's already taking the Hans Sama low now, the root's going to come on to Kazi as Hans Sama tries to trade back. Mickey trying to escape to the safety of his jungler, but Yike flashes forward immediately past him. Mickey with the shield will survive, he tanks the cat. And now Yike and Elioya in a face-off. Yike should be able to escape from this one. Elioya doesn't have the flash and has no way to close the gap.
Wow.
And last time we saw Hillsang, he was roaming up here with the Maokai to lay down some early vision as Elioya gets behind Broken Blade.
Broken Blade flashes under the tower. Elioya can knock him back. The Gnar into the wall will lock him up, but Broken Blade still pretty healthy, half of his health remaining. The roots come out. Broken Blade dashes in once again. The wall up the last breath, but Broken Blade will fall in the 2v1. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, Niski is collapsing here. Mickey tries to flash away from the knock, but Hans Sama red white. He's looking for the fight, but he's knocked back into the midst of three members. Mad! He takes the 1-for-1.
He gets the 1-for-1, so they get kills on both.
In this game, about 7 CS up, about 600 gold as well. As we look for the last breath up towards the top side, Chasey can just dash away. Sang waiting to see if Mickey and Hans Sama step too far forward. Goes in, only level 5, no solar flare on him. Hans Sama with the cleanse. TP immediately invested by G2 as they look to turn the play around. Yike's going to dash across the wall, but Elioya can twist it advance and escape to the minion. Niski trading onto Yike though. That Karzik almost went splat. And Niski unable to put any more damage down.
Yike immediately popping the ultimate there so that there was no target for Niski to lock onto. But
they got to get pushed off here. Caps is holding stun.
Look at all the chakrams as well on Hans Sama.
Yike has he'll put it down, flash forward. Mickey looking for something. Hillsang will force him, make Deathrocket coming out as well as Caps tanks up the tower. Yike so low. Niski trying to do what he can. The Tibbers pulled back, and in the end, another 1-for-1. Both the supports fall.
Tibbers here trying to block and hold their time. Nobody dies to an extra shock blast. Extra turret play also going to go down.
Oh, Mickey looking to lose his life once again. An easy pickup for the Mad Lions. But I think that G2 forcing that play in bot side, while initially it looks good.
AD carry and your support into the mid lane, that people on the side lane can be a little bit weaker. Caps actually joining up with Mickey and Hans Sama, working his way downtown, moving fast, and now he's going to go home to the mid lane as Hans Sama and Mickey just catch the wave. A shock blast hits Yike in the back and takes about a third of his HP.
It's going to be pretty important for them for their soften up before the objectives. Another hook from Mickey.
Hilly, there's a Gravitum on Hans Sama. The root's going to come out, and Mickey has every type of CC at his disposal. A slow, a stun, a root, everything you can do, and a pull back with the airborne, the knock up as Hans Sama kills off Hilly.
Mickey has had his number.
What? That was like 28 in. Now G2 are threatening a dive bot lane.
Elioya is here. Pops out the Nature's Grasp. Caps dodges away from the zap, and Yike can just dash across the wall. So in the end, the dive comes to naught, but able. And here, trading to be Europe's last hope at MSI as Yike dashes forward. Hillsang pops the Eclipse. The hook's going to land, though. And now they try and turn it back onto Yike. He is low, but Mickey flashes in front of the zap. Yike, though, falls first, and Kazi now starts to get excited. And the crowd does, too. Kazi opens up on Mickey, and there's no escape for the Nautilus. Sent to the depths below. He uses the Titan's Wrath for a shield, but the flames will follow him down. Niski now trading onto Hans Sama. No mana, really. And the Super Mega Death Rocket won't find its mark as Niski secures the shutdown. So this is kind of how Mad Lions were able to make their lower bracket run in Europe, winning through Kazi. Even against Fnatic, it was Kazi getting a quadra on the Jinx that actually was able to turn that game around for them. And giving Kazi the ability to carry has worked out well for Mad in the past.
Yeah, and now we're getting towards the mid game. So as Broken Blade goes on, chasing gets his flash. Now we're getting towards the mid game where you also get to see the big difference in these two jungle champions. As we get a 1v1 preview.
Chase is going to get up to Mega here. I don't think G2 really want to go for the dive. Oh, but they're going to TP in. Rift out used as well. G2 have other things on their mind. The root's going to land on the Broken Blade soon. Make that coming in as well. Hunsummer is here to join the party alongside Caps. And Leoyo and Chasey trying to survive underneath the tower. In the end, Yike will get one. They'll get two, and the dive perfectly executed by G2.
Niski continues to push in the bot lane. He could very well secure another tower as Kazi does the same thing. The reality is that while the dive ends up working out for G2, they had to invest a lot to make it happen. They pick up 2 kills. They should be able to secure.
Maokai is perfect for it. Really setting up for him with the ultimate, with the twisted advances for Peel. And you're going to see a pretty big difference there in jungle ability to Peel versus jungle ability to actually bring the damage to isolated targets on picks.
Solar Flare. Hunsummer pops the cleanse. See Mad just looking to get that spells out before the fight really begins. Flashes across the board as well as the dragon has spawned. Mickey down to half HP, taking the brunt of a shot blast to the back, and now Mickey has to start to retreat behind the tankier members of his team, but there aren't that many tanky members. Kha'Zix and Yasuo not the best front line. Dredge line going in. Mickey already low. Pops the depth charge as well. Mickey surviving and Chasey already down. The dragon secured by G2. And now they really start to open up. Broken Blade dashing in. Niski able to get away for the moment, but Hunsummer untouched through the entirety of the fight. He gets the double. Add one for Caps on top. Hunsummer takes the triple. And Mad are wiped away.
Oh, G2's going to steamroll them now. Yikes on the hunt. They're going to get a tower at least afterwards.
G2 walk away with a massive victory. Yike, he is sniffing for more. He is trying to hunt for an extra pick, but Niski will not allow it. The dragon going in favor of G2, and I think we didn't even get to see Broke. Oh!
Yeah, really good job there with the follow-up from Caps. Mickey combo into Tibbers combo, and they kind of annihilate that frontline difference.
Hook's going to land. And Leoya uses the ultimate to try and disengage, but perhaps, in fact, it wasn't engaged. The TP out, counter TP used by Mad Lions. Hunsummer, red-white, looking for a fight once again. He's taken down Niski already, and more are sure to follow. Mad Lions getting ripped to shreds by G2 in the topside river. And Leoya tries to get away, but Tibbers, the stun, the lockup, and a twisted advance won't be enough. G2 take 4-0.
Wow, an unexpected fight in the...
Goodbye, Baron. Right on spawn, 20 minutes on the dot. They're going to take it. Chasey's coming over, but the chances here are below 1%.
I think we all agree with you. It would have been one of the strangest steals I think I've ever seen.
Kill. Like, this has been very much the Hunsummer show. His Aphelios is doing some serious work right now. Once again, both teams gathering around the bot side jungle. Not really playing for any objective here. They need to get that push in, but with the dragon spawning very soon, I guess the fight is for vision as G2 continue pushing the bot side. Threaten this tower. Mad tried to defend.
Dragon up in 30 seconds. Nature's Grass coming out as Mad Lions perhaps look for a little bit of an engage. Yike dodges away from the Zenith Blade in the Infernum ultimate with the Moonlight Vigil into the Tibbers. It's just decimation, demolition in the bot lane here for G2. Anything that Mad try to do is answered by the unrelenting hand of G2. 5-for-1 in the bot lane.
All right, it's a massacre at this point. 22.5 minutes. G2 on the inhibitor turrets.
G2, this is what they look like domestically. In winter, when they were on form, they would decimate their European competition, and they're doing it here in this first game in this best of 5.
G2 show us that even though we might be outside of the European Union, Europe can still show up as they get the 1-0 up against Mad Lions.
Oh,
okay.
Irelia?
Hey, that threat on the Casio. I love it.
I mean, that's a very deadly top lane jungle duo, right? If you get on her with the stun from the Irelia, Cocoon follows up, and that Casio is not going to have a fun time.
Get there early and get there often, Medius.
Yeah, I mean, it's just when you think about miasma into Aurelia, I think of a really miserable time. I definitely think that there's strong setup. I wonder if last minute G2 will consider even swapping so they put the Casio into the mid and the Nautilus up towards the top lane. But I don't think that's a much better matchup in terms of like easier to play around. Mad going for a much more topside focused playstyle, and to their credit, when they found most of their success, it was when they were playing through chasing.
And I actually really love this draft from Mad as well, because with the Braum, you have level 1 priority. If you can get level 1 priority, get in there for an invade and get some early wards for the Elise to work off of, then you can definitely try and punish. I've seen him play it in Champions Queue, though,
yeah.
I feel like.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely something they would have practiced well in advance. This is a team that loves to cook.
As far as wanting to be mid lane, though, I think the thing he loves most is the long lane of top lane, as we see Yike doing the patented Belveth Raptor harassment.
A lot of damage, though, there onto Yike.
He got his level 2 already.
Oh, Niski, that is not a trade that you want to take.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I keep my eyes on the bot lane. Ignite was popped here.
And some had to use the cleanse as well, as Kazi and Mickey facing off towards the top side. Hilasan gets the concussive blows down, and Mickey has to flash away. In the end, 3 summoners
he's
put
coming
3
bottom.
in the bottom lane. As you say, Alluria working his way down. Hans Sommer does have the flash. Can he get away from the cocoon? Needs one more minion, but can't get it. Flash away from Hans Sommer. He'll survive, and now they try and turn the damage back down onto Elioya. He goes up, comes down, and dashes back to the safety of his teammates.
Yeah, nice little chunk
Combo, but when it isolated, the Casio just bullies that matchup to no end.
Exactly. I love that point because it also relies so much on jungle pressure. Otherwise, the Casio just gets to bully you with that range advantage, constantly poisoning you, constantly harassing you, as we watch our wet noodle fight. Is that what you guys are calling this? These tank
bit
battles?
of handbags between these two guys. Caps was able to get a sizable CS lead because Niski was forced so low at the level 1, so as the wave crashes in, Caps should be able to open that up once again. Will be about 5 or 6, depending on how many minions he farms underneath this tower.
Yeah. But every solo queue jungler is used to, when you're playing against a Belveth or a Kayn, you know, anything that can annihilate your Raptors that quickly.
He's got a flash, right? He's got a flash across the wall, flashes into the bush. Chasey doesn't want to chase any further, doesn't know.
They're mid halfway roam here. I love this one. Niski's actually hiding in the brush. Oh, they found him. Caps does go and find him. So it's just going to be the red buff steal here.
Nice roam from Niski. Means that the split map will work out in favor of Mad. Chasey playing very well in the top lane 1v1 onto you.
I want to see if Yike goes for second Raptor spawn. Since he started on Raptors, he can push out mid.
TP goes in, path maker used by Niski, has that Q3 as well, looking for the knockup. Yike's going to dash away, flash forward on the Caps, the stun with the cocoon, and Elioya draws first blood.
Great trap here from Mad. They know what G2's plan is. Yike has the timer on second Raptor spawn, so he goes mid. They want to push out mid and help him go to counter jungle again, but started.
Excellent punish that from Mad. The bot lane now looking to trade once again. The stun comes through from Hilly.
Very cool use as well from Healer. Sanghan Summer trying to put some damage back into Kazi. You can see how low Mickey and Hans Summer are. Cap's able to push Niski out of the mid lane, but he does have the TP. Meanwhile, Elioya catching Yike out and finds his man once again. Broken Blade trying to trade onto Chasey, but in the end, Elioya will get the solo kill and steal away the Grom.
Elioya is playing so active on the map here, influencing each matchup. And with his early upgraded sword shoes off those kills.
All out doesn't take him across the wall, which means Caps does still have the flash and can use the dredge line, but knocked back with the Q3. Caps splashes under the tower, can't quite get the damage down. Niski looks for more and will take him out above and below. From Yike with the flash forward will find his mark. Concussive blows, 1 stack on him, and Yike will just dash back away.
Wow, good punish overall from Mads, but the execution slipping a little bit means that a lot has to be invested from Niski to be able to get that kill.
BB.
Can he get 6?
Down, threat of a dive.
Yes, 6. Cocoon wide, petrifying gate, though finds them both. And Broken Blade just stares into their eyes and takes the 1v2. Kazi trading on the bottom lane, the zap comes out, but in the end, Mickey and Hans Summer will just back away.
Yeah, more like broken ankles. He dodges the cocoon, hits the ultimate, and puts Elioya in the dirt. Does mean as well G2 with Elise showing top side. Since their top lane are 2v1s, they know they have pressure.
Matt gonna try and react to this. Mickey already so low. Pathmaker's gonna lock him up for the moment. One more order would be enough to stun the concussive blows. He flashes away. Kazi has blue and white, and he is ready for this battle in the river. They'll get one more. The dragon secured. Yike trying to dash away, but he can't get his enhanced form in time. Mad take 2, although they do lose the dragon.
Aphelios, and now they've got a 2v1 at the tower. Everybody's coming.
Yike still not level 6 either, so couldn't even got the true form from that dragon. Doesn't have it for this fight. Hansama cleanses away, but he's dead before any reinforcements can arrive.
The Mad Lions are eating well tonight, and they're going to repeat. Annihilate the wave. Yeah, G2 have no defenses here. Caps has no teleport. He's walking.
Mickey has no flash, no dash, no way out. As Hillesang trading onto Yike up towards the top side. Yike trying to dash around, an endless banquet perhaps for him, but he's stunned up, locked up. Kazi flashes away from the tower range to make sure that he wasn't the next to meet his maker. And it's 4-0 on Kazi.
Wow, Kazi.
Situation.
And look again at the bot side of the map. This time the bot lane can assist Eljoya in the invade. He was able to secure the first red, looking to secure the second. And Mad Lions, they're just playing very well. This mid-jungle working together.
And this is the meta that has developed over MSI and has been proven here. Bottom lane focus. It's so hard to stop these bottom lane snowballs, but they're going to try. Teleports in.
Jack did take the Rift out while we were pondering the power of Mad's early game, and does have that, has the true form as well, which gives you a huge amount of stats on the Belbeth, but really just here to distract Mad Lions from going for any further action down towards this bottom lane. And G2, 4 members down here, means that, well, Niski can just go back up to mid, catch the wave. It might be that G2 decide to invest the Rift Herald here, even though they know they can't take the tower. It's very much more about just getting some gold into Hansama.
Yeah, level 6 Braum has a lot of defense options here. It's pretty tough to dive.
Caps needs to be careful. He's just trying to zone them away from the tower. That third plate didn't quite get secured for G2, but you look at mid, Niski pushing as well. Will secure.
Got 1 turret plate, so Mad very, very happy with this. They only had the one little blip on the radar that was the topside tower dive in. Now they're looking to correct it, and they're bringing Cassante too, but it looks like Niski did pass through a little bit of vision here, so maybe Yike
Chasey threw the ultimate out. Chasey!
Yeah, Chasey's just losing the 1v1. He went in on his lonesome, trying to dash around with a blade surge. Broken Blade still very high. Chasey tanks the tower, and Broken Blade takes him out in the 1v1. Yeah, I think we can all agree with Broken Blade there.
This is really good from Broken Blade. Yeah, because Chasey there, okay, maybe he's a little bit like a micro unit, a little bit up and needs to wait for the rest of the dive to get there, but that was just a really good play from Broken Blade. Jumps on him. We mentioned the miasma from Champ Select, the power there, even with the back step on the ultimate.
See, Mad Lions starting up the dragon here. G2 did get the first of the game, and it looks like they will forfeit this one. Super Mega Death Rocket blocked by Niski. But yeah, I just want to give more credit to Broken Blade, as you say, Kobe. It's very easy to stand back and defend your tower in that situation, and what Broken Blade did was step forward, make sure the wave couldn't quite get in, and keep Chasey having to try and overstep a little bit to get that wave underneath.
Be harder to play around and execute in the traditional front attack.
And as much as I agree with you, Betty, the time the Mad Lions were in this position and lost was against a slightly tougher opponent. As we look for Kazi, he gets Caps in at the mid lane. Caps 0-4, and his woes continue as Mad are able to
lead as well. Broken Blade, though, has Yike behind him.
You can see the protection being added here. Chasey going forward, TP used as Cap's going to join the party, and now Eljoya is caught in the midst of G2. Repels away, they're tanking the tower, and they'll get another 2 for naught in the bot lane. Hillesang looking to see perhaps if he can get some small semblance of mercy out of this. Hansama locked up, cleanses, has the blast cone to escape and doesn't even use.
Tower is able to walk away to safety, but Kazi and Hillesang did find a pick as well. They forced all of the summoner spells out from Hansama, and Kazi, no sums himself, could prove fatal in upcoming fights.
I have to see is G2 investing a lot of time up towards the top lane. This is going to have to flash away that miasma. We mentioned it in draft, starting to do work against the Mad Lions. So hard to dodge in and out of a fight if you are just locked down, rooted up. In the bot lane, Chasey will be able to take a tower. Kazi's pushing mid, but the tier 1 there has already fallen, and G2 will answer with a tier 1 in the top lane of their own. Rift Tower being put down as Yike clears away these minions. Remember, those Remora will spawn for him, buffing up the push here for G2. Kazi trying to work his way around, but has to go all the way through the back of his own jungle to make sure that he's not caught out by G2 on the rotation. The charge comes out from the Rift Herald. Kazi will join up with the rest of his team. Yike stunned up for a second. Niski going in with a Q3, locks up Mickey. Glacial Fissure used as well. The death charge going to come out, but already Yike has gone down, as has Mickey. And now Kazi really gets the opportunity to shine. A double. And a double for Elliot. Out of 5,000 gold lead, extending now for Mad Lions. Kazi Trying to raise this tower. We'll be able to get through half of it. The Dragon secured as well for Mad Lions as Yoya takes the second of the game. It is a Chem Soul, so not the most impactful in the world, but still something that you want to get if you can get your hands on it.
And will wisely split up their resources, send the bot lane mid, send the mid lane a bot, and have Yoya solo out the Drake so they can keep the pressure up, force G2 onto their side of the map. And look at all this river control that they've now conceded. 3,000 gold behind Niski. And he alongside Matt are just going to start off this Baron. Of
Niski
course.
doesn't have TP and he's in bot lane.
They're gonna
Niski doesn't have TP. They are melting through it, as you say, Kobe, but this is going to be a 5v4 if G2 decide to collapse. Mad Lions called for the Baron. They try and collapse in. Caps going in. Good double dead shot. Jike going forward as well. The above and below is going to bind it. And already the shutdown. And Mad Lions, the story of throws at Barons continues. It's a song of ice and fire because it's a game of throws.
And that wasn't even a flip. That was straight up massacre. G2 obliterate them in the Baron pit and draw them out so that the range of the blast cone jump from Caps would actually get him in the middle. It's a little bit of a setup there, and now it's G2 marching towards towers.
And the issue when you play into a Belveth is you get all of these Void Remora to help you with this Baron push. They get buffed. And you can see Yike just standing on the sidelines as those minions die. They're looking for Hillesang. They're going to lock him down. Hansummon low, down to half HP. Hillesang trying to frontline, and now the re-engage from Mad Lions. They isolate one. They kill off the god. Mad Lions, they are the kings of Europe, and they don't care about your gods as G2. Still, a lot of weight on Broken Blade's shoulders for G2. 5-1 with 3 items on the Casio. The back comes out, and it looks like, in the end, all of Mad Lions should be able to extricate themselves from this situation. But Aloria looks for more, and Mickey is sent packing back to the fountain. He goes as Yike can get across this wall, looking for Hillesang, double TP, invested by Mad Lions. They want to take the fight, and it could be the fight that wins them the game. Aloria low, shut down by Yike, and now that Belveth really gets an opportunity to dance around the battle. Oh, comes out from Caps, Chasey low, Broken Blade, full HP, full mana. The Bedfine Gaze finds one stun, and Snisky, who's locked up, Caps able to flash away. Yike gets another. He begins to bloom. He begins to blossom. But the red gunfight from Kazi could be enough. Broken Blade will sink his fangs in. Nisky now in a 1v2, the all out. Well, it's all for naught, you have to feel as Caps as summer flashes. And in the end, it is a 5-for-3.
Well, they face check. Now they have information. The Trinket will spot out the Mad haven't started it. So now this should in theory be G2's turn to get control over the mid wave and gain access into the river, and the ebb and flow of that river control continues.
Who face checks whom? That's the question that has to emerge as Cap stunned up, looks for the hook, can't quite land it. Pathmaker out with the root onto Niski now as he dashes back into the bush. No vision there for G2.
And look at the side lanes. The side lanes are all G2 favored. That is a double stack wave. They're going!
They're looking for the damage. Pedro gets across the wall, but on the back line, Kazi's still untouched. Hansummon trying to do what he can as well. Lands the damage onto Niski. Hansummon kills off Chasey, and Yike dashes in. An endless banquet for him as he takes one. There's 2 for Hansummon. Hillesang now feeling the brunt of the rockets. Absolutely ricocheting through his backside. A triple for Hansummon. Only Elioya left alive.
Mad Lions are torn apart by G2. The front to back was just too strong, and the game was given away. A single Baron was all it took, but that was all G2 needed to go 2-0 up in this series.
G2 complete the comeback here in game number 2. They bring it home. Honor Broken Blade.
And with that win, it's G2 and 0 against Mad Lions.
Broken Blade has to be carry basket.
Yeah. Janna looks kind of flimsy, but really so much CC in this kit. So many options here for Mickey to keep his carry safe.
Niski rounding things out with an Ahri. Tried and true in terms of the meta. Mad have a very traditional composition. Their engage isn't the strongest, but because they've buffed up their engage tools with the Wukong, the prone follow-up is there. The amount of dive threat that this Mad Lions composition has, it's why it's so strong in the current meta.
And I think Mad Lions are going to have to use a lot of that to actually get picks rather than go for the full 5, because the Janna with the Kindred also has the added benefit of you can Kindred ultimate and then sweep your enemies off of your own Kindred ultimate right before it drops.
That's true.
So you get massive, massive healing.
Just blow them away with that Janna pick. We'll see how Mickey is able to use it. Have seen Trim be on it. I can't remember the last time we saw Mickey on the Janne. He does some here, gets a little bit more vision on the bot side of mid-bush, but now he steps forward. Hylissang's gonna mark him with the Winter's Bite and flashes away because he knows Niski can flash for the stun follow-up. There's the charm, and Caps isolated from the rest of his team. He will be the first to fall.
Out.
I think they feel the same.
Oh god, it's G2 setting up the dive, and they're gonna try and attack it while it's still weak. Kazi only level 2 right now.
Elioya's out of vision though. Yike's gonna step forward, spots Elioya. He dashes in, dashes back with the decoy, wave pushing in. It's going to be 9 minions underneath the tower, and G2 will not look for any further part of the fight.
Yeah, the real test there is, could they pressure hard enough to get a Niski teleport while not fully committing? And that is a dangerous game to play at that tower, so they just back off instead.
Another Howling Gale lands, the zap intercepted by Hylissang. That turret plate does fall.
So overall, good defense there from Mad. They also hold on to Niski's 2-1 from solo queue, has dealt with this before. So annoying. This champion is very good at coming into your...
Hilly. Like, sometimes Hilly sees these windows and sometimes they're immediately slammed in his face. He flashes the way, the heal comes out. The root as well will keep Hans Summer in place, and Hilly is able to escape.
Hashtag worth. He interrupted. Obviously a very storied player in Europe. He has made his way down into the mid lane. Mickey looking to do the same. Charm connects.
Hylissang's going to dash forward. Dredge line away from Cap. Stun connects with the concussive blows. The Howling Gale, though, for Mickey stops Mad Lions in their tracks, and Caps is able to escape
Niski 6
to the relative safety of his tower. As you say, Niski does get 6. Hans Sommer's worked his way up from the bottom lane. Hylissang, no flash on him.
Oh, that's
Knocked
a good trap.
up. Elioya dodging away. Down to 300 HP as Yike dashes forward, but in the end, nothing happened.
But then we have the reset from Yike. Kindred is fresh. Noon Quiver Spike for Kindred with red buff.
Only one stack, but has marked the Braum. This ward in the bot bush will spot him as he steps forward, and with the wave pushing in towards Mad Lions, they can just back away and catch it. Cannon minion there for the taking. Yike trying to work his way across again as Caps looks for the dive. Flash hook. Hylissang blocks it. Kazi knocked up with a depth charge as well, and Hylissang will be the first to fall. Mickey takes him. Support or combat in the bot lane.
That's what you know. That's what you want from Caps on the Nautilus. Get your ganks off. You're not going to win in that mid lane. Niski now will have a timer from mid because Caps dropped the minion wave and went bottom.
But Kazi has flash. Yike not yet 6, needs 1 minion to get there. Mickey down. Kazi looking for 2 but can't find it. In the end, G2 juggle the aggro well enough to make it a 1-for-1. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Elioya looking for more. The charm goes out, and Broken Blade will fall. Chasey died before all of that really happened, so I have to expect that Broken Blade was able to get that kill. The hook connects with the Spirit Rush from Niski. Still available, means that he can dash to safety.
And that's that price you play is good on bottom, so they get the extra kill. But Mickey taking the extra tower shot.
It's just Hylissang things, right? Yike doesn't have a huge amount of mana here. Hylissang keeps him around. Winter's Bite comes out. Hilly has the Ignite. Yike, how much mana does Yike have? Does he have enough for the ultimate? Yike tries to turn it around. The Ignite is ticking. A 1-for-1 in the bot lane.
Hashtag worth for Hylissang as he gets himself a pick on the Yike. The Herald will be started by the Mad Lions. Caps and Mickey in the area. Hans Summer on his way.
The eye opens up and Mad Lions start to put the damage down onto it. Mickey and Hans Summer here to help out Caps. Chasey, Elioya and Niski backing away. The patience expires and Shelly will go back to her
Yike is
perch.
alive already. Wow, just the 3 members alone from G2 was in get away with anything, even if it costs him his life. G2 will now with the team to start off the Herald. Kazi has arrived with the team. Red-white, as Medic loves to say, means that you fight. But their positioning is not ideal. Instead, they'll prioritize the waves. And Wukong looking to go back to base.
Elioya does have ult and flash. Oh,
Gonna go in too late if he blast goes over now. Yike secures the Rift. Too large a wave for Kazi to ignore in the top lane means that Red-White meant let's farm this time instead.
that doesn't rhyme very well.
I'm so sorry. Red-White, it's right. We give it up to them. No, it's all right.
Stop now.
No? I'm sure someone in the crowd can think of a good one. As Hilly looking for more as Hans Summer locked up for the moment, but
nice knock up there from Mickey just as the sun comes through. Hans Summer's not in any danger because the CC was good from Mickey. Kazi does have a bit of an XP advantage over Hans. Elioya makes his way up towards top lane. Yike here to cover.
Well. Moonlight Vigil goes wide. Kazi was looking for the Gravitum stun. Elioya chased down towards the bottom side. The Cyclone from the clone will stop Yike from getting any closer, and in the end, an ultimate invested from both Kazi and Elioya.
That is actually real big for Yike. They burned the first Wukong ultimate. Gonna reduce so many of the Mad options now as Yike chases him off of his little Kruglets. Those things, by the way, that's most of the camp.
Yeah,
I
it's
still
so
see,
much gold.
I still see people walking away from the little ones. That is the majority of the gold.
Wow,
It's a bit like Twiglets,
they're
you know,
throwing
not
a
that
dive.
tasty,
Caps
but most of the
has
gold.
made his way up top lane. Niski is quickly following.
Hilly has flash, has the 6 as well.
They gotta be
Cards the
quick.
end of the tower, there's the TP invested, and G2 back away from have 1,000 gold lead, 30 CS lead as well. Yike looking for Chasey up towards this top side, the all-out available for the Cassante. Obviously has many tools to outplay as Broken Blade tries to dodge away down towards the bottom side. Yike going for the turret now, gets one plate. Hillerson going to mark off Broken Blade here, the miasma as Broken Blade dodges in between the alcove. He's gaming right now, 2 tower plates fall in the top lane, but Broken Blade is locked up for the moment. Kazi trying to open up, but the Petrifying Gaze is blocked by the Unbreakable. The Twin Fangs can't get any further forward as Kazi tries to trade back, but Broken Blade stunned up, locked up, and killed off. In the end, Chasey has to back away in the top lane as the Rift Herald comes down.
Yep, G2, they finish off the top turret. Broken Blade trapped inside the alcove. Can't quite get the outplay down there. Actually, nicely played by Karzi and Hilly. Karzi let Hilly actually proc most of the Braum.
Getting to the wave. Oh, Niski. Everfrost lands, he dashes forward, looking for the Mickey, the charm comes out, but it goes wide as the Monsoon invested by Mickey to try and disengage for Hans Summer. He should be able to escape. Caps trading down towards this bottom lane as well as Elyoya has been caught. Mickey falls in the top lane, Elyoya able to dodge away for the moment. The Winter Spike comes out and Caps is, I mean, they could do it in 5 minutes.
The baby Baron.
We'll start up the Herald, as you say. Mad Lions trying to peek in, but really can't get too close. Mickey keeping them at bay with the Howling Gale.
Cap stops Niski, but Niski, I think, ulted from the minimap. Yeah.
Looking for the damage. Everfrost coming out as well.
go
The Unbreakable, but meanwhile in the mid lane, the Miasma's down and Hilly will fall, tries to flash away. Cap's trying to trade down towards this bottom side, has that Abyssal Mask already complete, and that is what a Nautilus can do. Flash away from Niski on 6 HP. But how are you going to get out of here? Well, with the help of Elyoya! The Super Mega Death Rocket is enough. Caps dashes away, flashes away the Cyclone, the Riptide, but the estimating smash close enough to find its mark. Rifteld used in the mid lane as G2 push for more.
Oh, I'm getting dizzy with all the fights on all the different areas.
This item, AP, really doesn't work into you that well anymore. Yike as well, up to 5 stacks on the Kindred, truly a champion now. And although Mad Lions will be able to secure their 2nd dragon of the game, it feels like things may be swinging slightly in favor of G2. And they're feeling themselves too. They look for the TP down towards this bottom lane. Broken Blade has the Petrifying Gaze. He's going to catch the wave, but Mad Lions can get to the safety of their tower for now. Niski has TP. Mad Lions start to retreat underneath the turret. G2 look for the dive. Elyoya dashing back with the clone. Yike now stepping forward. Kazi able to get away, but Broken Blade can chase him, and now that's a 1v1 up towards the top side, and Broken Blade has all the time in the world to work his way through Kazi. Kazi tries to do what he can, but through the Seraphs just can't do enough. Niski TP's in. Broken Blade now isolated, a 1-for-1 so far as G2
find a pick to get back in this game so they can continue stacking their dragons. But if G2 are laying down all this vision through the jungle before they rotate over to the tower, Mad Lions don't really have an opportunity to find that separated member or pick anybody off. And G2 can just rotate, bully down another. Ooh!
Now already down. Elyoya looking for a flank here, but spotted on vision. Mad Lions lose the tier 2 in the top lane. Niski loses
The objective that they have. I wouldn't be surprised if G2 actually trade for the Baron, which they're just going to start right now.
I mean, they do it so quickly. Cassio, Jinx, Kindred. You have 3 DPS checks on it. Caps can come in and tank, and now already the Baron down to 5,000 HP.
Is it a flip?
It's definitely a flip, Betty. We'll see which way it goes. The miasma coming down, though, stops them from getting into the pit, and now Hans Summer looks for a little bit more damage on the back of it. G2 secure the Baron and stop Mad Lions' advance.
And that's how you do it. It took us a while for all the Western teams, but the miasma down on...
Until we'll find another 5v5 in the river.
Fighting over the 3rd dragon. TP behind Mad Lions here, and Chasey is locked up. Broken Blade keeps Chasey away from the rest of the team, and Chasey dives forward, all out onto Broken Blade, but Mad Lions all hailing the retreat. Chasey isolated, and G2 find him. He will go down to the fangs of Broken Blade, and now the dragon very much in G2's eye.
Oh, G2 are so ready for that teleport. They instant answer. Broken Blade comes in behind them. They get the pick on the Cassante before the dragon's even there. That thing is free, and now they're looking for some more stragglers.
G2 still have this Red Bull Baron power play to play with for 90 more seconds, already 2.5k off it. And alongside that, it looks like it will be their 1st dragon of the game. Ocean, more to delay the soul than anything else, but While G2 do the Drake, Mad Lions look for the engage. Hansama stunned up, but Hilly is all by himself on the front line there, and now he's getting locked up by G2. Caps opens back up, Yike takes the kill. Kazi forced away, and he'll fall as well. It's 2 for Yike. Mad Lions look for something, but the door was slammed in their face.
And such is the name of this series as G2 wipe Mad Lions off the Rift. 5 members strong, 3 members dead, 23 minutes in, and G2 could very well look to end the game right here, right now.
Only Elioya and Chasey left alive. Hillisang up in 5, though, means that G2 will just back away. They didn't even take the Ocean Drake in the end. Instead, they cracked open the base of Mad Lions and cracked the heads of their players.
Yeah, you know what the comms are for Mad Lions there. They're desperate at this point. They know they're down a person, so the only hope is to try and jump on the G2 members that are pushing while the rest of them are on Dragon. But G2 immediately pull off the Dragon. DPS comes to the rescue.
And Caps is going to go and catch the mid wave as that does push forward. Broken Blade spotted with the far side automation. The charm coming out as well as Broken Blade is locked up, but they don't have the damage to get through him. And Caps comes in from the bottom side of the fight, and you're already down. Niski having to dash away with the spear rush. Hillisang trying to back up his teammate, but he'll be hooked for the good of it. Kazi and Chasey doing whatever they can, but all they can do is die in the face of G2.
It's time for the G2 victory lap. The door is open. Mad Lions down for the count.
It's the veritable Cain and Abel story here. Brother killing brother, and G2 are looking to take their place in the next round. Mad Lions did everything they could, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. We've gone biblical, fratricide, as G2 sweep Mad Lions and will make their way into the next round. But before they do, they want a little bit more. They want every ounce of blood they can find. Mad Lions lose as G2 go 3-0.